we're going to be sculpting ears, so Carl is going to demonstrate an ear. Could you move your ear for us, Carl? Wow, check those out. Those are really moving. Woo! Really moving. Woo! Both at the same time, right?
Hi folks, welcome to Ears 101.
Ears 101 feature at a time. We're going to start with the ears because the ears are most abstract. This is from a sketchbook, and in your sketchbook, as in your R&D, you're going to get a bunch of pictures of ears, right? Anything you want to sculpt, find a bazillion pictures of it so you have references, okay? All right, we're going to go over to a place set up and we'll get started on this. This is how you would make an ear, basically, Carl. And you can see slowly a little bean shape, and then it has a little bit of a taper to it.
So you kind of throw a coil on, or no, you put a little slab down there to slant.
I'll show you how to do this. This basically just goes through the steps of making the shape of an ear first, then drawing on the basic line pattern.
Getting all the innards in there.
Just where the lines go. There's only about 3 distinct lines that make up an ear, believe it or not. And then starting to dig it away and refine. And then different tools so that you finally get to the very end. It looks a little complicated there, but as you see the steps, it will make more sense. And if you can sculpt an ear, you can sculpt about anything. I mean, plus we never look at ears all that closely. And it's kind of hard to look at your own. You can look at your own eyes, you can look at your own nose or mouth, you know, with a mirror to sculpt. So if you want to use yourself as a model.
Take a picture first and then print it out.
But you can also take a picture of your ear or find ears in magazines, but have at least 3 different pictures that are cool. All right, come on over here.
These are these all finished ears?
Well, these are all ears. This is what you're going to be making. You're going to be making an ear that is this size here. You're going to be making an ear that's at least 1.5 times scale.
So hold that up to your face so we can see the
So this is way much bigger than a regular ear,
it's
right?
It's like a Barack Obama ear.
Twice, yeah. Woo! The reason why we want to make these at least 1.5 scale, the maximum double scale, but you know, measure an ear and then make it 1.5 times as much.
It just forces you to think about it more.
Forces you to think about it, makes it monumental. You really look at each part and you'll look at your model and go back and forth. And you can see a bunch of examples here if you want to go down through, Carl. You can see the good, the bad, and the ugly. I mean, there's some really good examples of sculpted ears.
Not so
good. Know? Yeah, I mean,
not
like,
finished.
I would say I'm going to put over here the ones that I think are kind of really pretty good, and the ones over here that are just like so-so. And you can see down here examples where people are playing around with what kind of glazes they can put on their sculpture. Sculpt anything, and we're going to sculpt an ear, but if you're going to sculpt something, have images of it, or if you're going to use yourself, have a mirror. But you have to have something there that you're going back and forth. What we're teaching you is how to render. You're looking at object X, you have a ball of clay, and you're trying to make object X. So here's my ear, so come on over here. I'm going to do this way too big. But basically there's only 3 lines, so there is the ear I kind of want to make. And so I'm going to make this way too big, but I'm just looking at this thing. And if you want to, you know, some people don't like to draw lines like this because it's too much of a commitment. They'd rather just like go, oh, I got this roundy shape, you know, I'm doing sketchy. Well, that's fine. Get this shape the way you want it and say, okay. And if you look this way and that way and you come down here and you go, oh, there's the lobe. It actually comes out a little in front of that. Okay. All right, so you get the little sketchy thing there. There's only 3 lines. Oh, and look at that, how it goes in a little bit. Anyways, here's the 1 line. 1, woo-hoo, all the way around. We're giving it in a great big finish and whoop. All right, that's 1 line, and we're going to cut that shape out. The next one is this interior line, and that just starts on the inside, comes around, and that makes the ridge all the way around your ear, and then it comes here and kind of tapers away. Just look at it, just disappears, right? And there's only 1 more line, and that kind of does this thing in here that creates, this is where you stick your Q-tip, right? So it comes up here, starts about right there, goes around, makes that little ovally shape like a basin, and then makes the area where you dig your Q-tip. So come in here and go. I know it is disgusting. So kind of around here, and you can be a little more light-handed with this line because it's really not, except for down here. Ooh. Yeah, there's all kinds of old guy hairs in there. All right. Oh. So we're gonna go around here. Okay, so this is a really dark spot here. So you see, I mean, I know that's weird, but that's only 3 lines. One for the whole thing, the other one for the rim, and the third line to make this kind of weird terrain. And that's why ears are strange. It's like this weird landscape. Okay, let's go to the table and we'll make it smaller. So now, it is important that you're going to make this at least 2 times, well, at least 1.5 times its size. So if I go like this, and you can do it, or you can use a friend. And basically, this is like 2 inches. My ear is only like 2 inches tall. Not very much. So I'm going to make this then more like at least 3 to 4, right?
Make it 4. Let's just go double and make it easy on everybody.
Let's go big, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to do the same thing here, and this is I got my thing here. And if you, for example, if you want to be sculpting one person, then you can get bunches of pictures. Like, let's say I want to do this of, a famous person in history, or, I want to combine a famous person in history with a frog, or I want to, okay, there's line 2. Are you seeing it? Line 1. Woo! Line 2. Shiddly bing bong. Line 3, here it comes. Woo! Come down, and I'm going back and forth and back and forth, and gonna try to get I'm not trying to be exact here, but I'm, and there's the dark part, right? Okay? Those are the 3 lines, and just to emphasize, line 1, line 2, and get this thickness right, and then it tapers off, and line 3.
Looks like an old man ear.
Maybe that's just autobiographic on my part. Or yours, Carl, you're getting up there too. Okay, all right, so you get it? So I'm gonna do this, then I have a piece of clay, and I want to put this on something, so I want to make sure that I'm putting it on something at least as big as I need it, right? Bada bing. Then I'm going to just do the silhouette as if this is just a silhouette. If you want to take this and cut it out and stick it on here, well then that's fine. Are you still doing
Yeah, you're on regular.
I'm on.